Imagine a global movement where every single person on Earth, all 8 billion of us, decides to plant one tree. This would lead to the unprecedented addition of 8 billion new trees across the planet, a monumental environmental undertaking that could transform our world in numerous ways. Environmental impact. As these 8 billion trees take root and begin to grow, they would start to absorb massive amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, playing a crucial role in combating climate change. On average, a mature tree can absorb up to 48 pounds of CO2 annually. If each of these new trees reached maturity, they could collectively absorb nearly 384 billion pounds of CO2 each year. This would significantly reduce the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, helping to slow the pace of global warming. The new trees would also contribute to cooling the planet in another way. By providing shade and releasing water vapor through a process called transpiration, trees help to lower temperatures locally, which could have a significant cumulative effect globally, especially in urban areas where the urban heat island effect exacerbates the impact of climate change. Immediate impact. Within weeks, barren lands, urban spaces, and deforested areas begin to see a transformation. In urban centers, trees are planted along streets, in parks, and on rooftops, bringing a touch of nature to concrete jungles. In rural areas, vast stretches of land that were once cleared for agriculture or development start to green again. Indigenous communities plant trees that are sacred or have medicinal properties, restoring their cultural landscapes. Ecological restoration and climate mitigation. As the trees take root, the world begins to experience the first signs of ecological restoration. In deforested tropical regions, the new trees help to restore the rainforests, which are among the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth. These forests, often referred to as the lungs of the planet, begin to regain their ability to sequester carbon, providing a crucial counterbalance to ongoing CO2 emissions. This restoration helps to stabilize local climates, increasing rainfall and revitalizing ecosystems that had been on the brink of collapse. In arid and semi-arid regions, tree planting combats desertification, transforming dry, degraded lands into productive areas. These trees improve soil fertility by preventing erosion, retaining moisture, and contributing organic matter through leaf litter. Over time, these areas could become suitable for sustainable agriculture, supporting local food production and reducing dependency on imported goods. Biodiversity boom. The newly planted trees become home to a wide variety of species. Birds return to nest, insects pollinate the growing flora, and mammals find shelter in the burgeoning forests. In regions where deforestation had decimated animal populations, the trees provide a safe haven, allowing endangered species to rebound. This boom in biodiversity leads to healthier ecosystems, where the complex web of life, from microorganisms in the soil to top predators, functions more robustly. In some areas, conservationists take the opportunity to reintroduce species that had been lost due to habitat destruction. For example, in parts of Europe and North America, large mammals such as wolves and lynx are reintroduced into growing forests, where they help to maintain ecological balance by controlling herbivore populations. This creates a cascade of benefits throughout the ecosystem, from the regeneration of plant species to the health of the entire forest. Economic and social benefits. The economic benefits of the initiative begin to unfold as well. In developing countries, the planting and maintenance of these trees create millions of new jobs, providing a stable income for families and boosting local economies. Forestry, agriculture, and ecotourism sectors see growth as the trees mature. Sustainable practices are adopted, such as agroforestry, where trees and crops are grown together, enhancing soil health and increasing yields. In urban areas, the new trees contribute to the well-being of residents. Air quality improves as trees filter out pollutants and reduce airborne particulates. Urban temperatures drop due to the shade provided by the trees, mitigating the effects of heat waves. Green spaces become more common, offering city dwellers places to relax, exercise, and connect with nature, improving mental and physical health. Communities also experience a cultural renaissance. Trees, often symbols of life, growth, and connection to the earth, inspire new traditions and social practices. In some cultures, trees are planted to commemorate important events, such as births, marriages, or the passing of loved ones, fostering a deeper connection between people and their environment. Educational and generational impact. Educational institutions worldwide integrate tree planting and environmental stewardship into their curricula. Students not only learn about the science of trees and ecosystems, but also engage in hands-on activities that connect them directly to nature. Schools partner with local organizations to maintain and study the trees, providing students with opportunities to observe the growth of their saplings, understand their impact, and take pride in their contribution to the environment. This global initiative becomes a defining moment for a generation. The children and young people who participate in planting these trees grow up with a heightened awareness of environmental issues and a strong sense of responsibility toward protecting the planet. They carry this ethos into adulthood, influencing policies, industries, and future environmental actions. Long-term environmental changes. As decades pass, the 8 billion trees planted by the global population grow into mature forests. These forests continue to absorb carbon dioxide, with their carbon sequestration capabilities increasing as they age. They become critical in maintaining global temperature and stabilizing the climate, offsetting the carbon emissions that remain despite efforts to transition to renewable energy. The cumulative effect of these trees also leads to the recovery of many degraded landscapes. Rivers and lakes, once suffering from deforestation-related runoff and pollution, begin to clear and rejuvenate as trees filter water and stabilize soil. Coastal areas benefit from the re-establishment of mangroves, which protect against storm surges and serve as nurseries for marine life. In some parts of the world, these new forests help to mitigate natural disasters. In mountainous regions, the trees reduce the likelihood of landslides, while in flood-prone areas they absorb excess rainfall, reducing the risk of floods. Communities that were once vulnerable to these natural disasters find themselves better protected thanks to the environmental buffer provided by the trees. Global environmental policy and future prospects. The success of the tree planting initiative sparks a broader environmental movement. Governments around the world begin to prioritize reforestation and afforestation in their climate policies, recognizing the immense value of trees in carbon sequestration, biodiversity conservation, and disaster mitigation. International agreements are strengthened, with countries committing to even more ambitious reforestation targets. Technological innovations emerge to support these efforts, such as drones that plant trees in hard-to-reach areas, advanced monitoring systems that track the health of forests, and new scientific research that enhances our understanding of forest ecosystems. The synergy between human action and technology leads to more effective and efficient reforestation efforts, accelerating the recovery of degraded lands. Looking ahead, the global community begins to consider even more ambitious environmental goals. Inspired by the success of the tree planting initiative, discussions turn to restoring other ecosystems, such as wetlands, grasslands, and coral reefs. The tree planting movement becomes a template for how humanity can come together to restore balance to the earth, setting the stage for a new era of ecological restoration and sustainability. In conclusion, if every person on Earth planted one tree, the impact would be transformative. From mitigating climate change and restoring biodiversity to fostering global unity and economic development, the act of planting a tree would symbolize a collective commitment to healing our planet. It would demonstrate that, no matter how small our individual actions may seem, when united, we can achieve extraordinary outcomes for the future of our Earth and all its inhabitants.